Welcome back. Right now, we are talking about the job search for individuals over 50 especially. And joining us is Bill Humbert. We like to call him Recruiter Guy. He is a talent attraction consultant as well as a published author. Bill, thank you so much for joining us here on Park City Television.
Christine, it's so good to be here.
It's great to have you here, connect with you virtually. Oh, I'm looking forward to this discussion because it can be so disheartening looking for a job, and especially over 50. And there's actually millions of individuals who will be looking for a job during this holiday season.
And they should be really working hard and focusing right now because this is the best time of the year to find your next career. So yeah, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are over 11 million people, almost 12 million people who are either unemployed or underemployed. So they took some job just to bring money in.
And I have to admit, I really admire this effort because I can somewhat relate to this as I took a long break from my career and decided to come back to the workforce quite a bit older than everyone else. Not quite in that demographic, but it definitely was disheartening and discouraging knowing that I was competing with this younger workforce. But really, you need to not worry about that. You need to believe in yourself, and you've got some great tips in your book. In fact, what deciphers this book from other books about finding a job that you may find?
I'm one of the rare individuals. I have 40 years of recruiting experience at all levels, from the C-suite, so CEO, CFO, CIO, down to laborers. And I enjoy recruiting for all of those because it's so much fun to help a company find top talent and then introduce them to the company. Then for the last 25 years, I've coached people on how to find a job. And it's even better for me to be able to coach them to find their dream career and then listen to the excitement. So the change from the despair back a month, 2, 3, 4 months back to the excitement of when they've found a new career. And in many cases, if they've been someplace for a long time, I help them find a career where they actually get paid more. And that's exciting for me to see that and hear that excitement in their eyes.
And in fact, in this book, you speak to some specific pain points that if you address these within your job search, it's going to make it that much better as you find that perfect career.
You know, Christine, one of the, I think that's special about my book is I weave stories through of the people that I coached, and actually every step. So the chapters I call steps because those are steps to find a new career. And I talk about the resume. That's a pain point, and I ask them, how much time do you think I spend on a resume? And they go, oh, 1 minute, 2 minutes. I go, my first pass, 6 seconds. That's all you got. So let's get your resume so that I can get you where I'm going to be interested in you in 6 seconds. And then we talk about the interviewing process. We talk about how to properly network and the importance of networking. And then the big pain point for most people is salary negotiation. And I actually, in the 80s, developed a script that has helped hundreds and thousands probably of people who are in their search. And as a recruiter, when I was doing fee-based recruiting, it benefited me to get them a higher level of compensation. So I coached them how to do it. And now in my book, we have the script and it works.
You do always have great stories for us, Bill, and I like how in this book you mentioned you weave the stories with the advice that you've accumulated over many, many years of helping individuals through recruiting. So I'm curious, as you look back on your time of professionally coaching those, do you have something that really sticks out, especially in those who are over 50 that you're speaking to in this book?
Well, Christine, it's interesting you asked me that. Last week, Thanksgiving week, 3 people that I coached called me and were excited and said, hey, I accepted a new position. One of those was 65 years old. And he was in his previous position for 33 years. He long ago forgot how to find a job. And it was exciting for me to listen to him and hear his excitement. And then he said, and you know what else? And I said, what? And he goes, they gave me a raise over what I was making before. He's 65. So you can do it. It's not easy. It's hard work. In my new book, I talk about gamifying. So every time that you have a success, you got to celebrate somehow. And that's something that I think is really important because otherwise it can become drudgery. So just go out there, enjoy yourself. In the process, reconnect with people that you knew long ago, and they're going to be excited to hear a friendly voice from the past, especially during these days of COVID.
And that's such a great point that you make. In fact, Bill, you've been on our station for many years. We always appreciate your advice that you have for us. But what has really struck me recently is your optimism and how positive you are during this really tough time with individuals trying to find a job economically. So many things are hitting us from all different directions, yet you maintain this positive vibe and this hope for people who are searching.
Well, thank you, Christine. Well, for me, it's easy to do because since March 15th, so when the beginning of the shutdown, since March 15th, 27 people I've coached have found new careers, and many of them got raises. And when you see that, it's hard for me to be down in the dumps. I'm seeing success, and I want to help more people be successful.
So you've got this great book. When can we expect to see it? When will it be published?
Well, I had a little bump. My publisher said, we're not going to do that. We're going into another niche. And I went, that's fine. And so this past Monday, I have a new editor. She got everything. She got the manuscript. And I have a new book cover designer, and we're meeting tomorrow night. He's already starting to put some things out. I gave him some ideas of what I like. And one of the things we're going to do differently with this book is this interview is going to go on a QR code on the cover of the book, so that anybody who's just even looking at it can click on the QR code and listen to our interview.
Very exciting, Bill. I love how you are making things work. You're using technology. You're helping individuals with these life-changing decisions and really providing hope for individuals who are looking for a job during this tough time. How can we find more information about you?
Hey, I'm easy. recruiterguy.com. That's the best way of finding me. And my phone number's there, my email address is there. If you are looking for someone to coach you into finding your next position, contact me. I have 3 different packages that I'm happy to explain, and maybe you'll use one or not, pick up one of my books.
Always appreciate Bill and his great advice on looking for jobs right here on Park State Television. We'll be back with more right after this.